Learning and still practicing, so try to be focused on sermon, not on my mistakes. Today we will start with Bible verse which is written in 1 Timothy 6 chapter. 1 Timothy 6 verses 10 to 12. Very famous verse. I think that you all know it by heart, but we will read it anyway. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. Some people, eager for money, have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with. But from fight the good fight. We are fighting our invisible enemy. And it's very important to practice spiritual fight. It will be very easy if Satan is, for example, a human being, and so we can kill him and there is no evil anymore. It will be very easy. Then you can use some weapon, some sword, some gun, and you can kill him. But because he is spiritual being, very smart one, skillful, he knows how to read our thoughts, and he's invisible. And last week I had Bible study with one man, and I explained him fight with circus. You know, there is a clown in a circus. He is, how you call it when he is juggling. Yes, that's the word. Juggling on front of you with 3, with 4, with 5, with 6, 7, I don't know with how many balls. And then he change object. He's very skillful. And our spiritual fight is same like juggling in a circus. We realize that we have problem of eating too much. Nutella, sweet things, meat or something which is not healthy for us. And then we said, okay, I want to fight this fight against the evil, and I'll be successful. You pray God, and you made a decision, I will not eat those kind of foods anymore. And then you win that battle. But then Satan is doing this. Oops, next one. And then you fight another battle and then another. And all of a sudden, after a couple of months, you realize you're back to unhealthy food. So you need to start again. So he is not stopping. He is making strong force in every inch of your spiritual life. And he tried to come inside or to send some information through movies, through music, which can be like a seed in your brain, which can be activated later. That's what he is doing. This is spiritual war, and we are not able to fight against Satan and demons. They are strong, they are powerful, but we are not here to celebrate them. We are here to celebrate Jesus because he is stronger. And he gave us tools and map and how to climb that mountain. This is a big mountain we need to climb, but we have map, we have all equipment we need, and we have his strength. If we don't have spiritual power inside of us, we will not be able to fight spiritual enemy. It's simple as that. We as a human beings, we are very weak, very weak. We are not able to fight ourselves. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we are not able to fight ourselves. How? I'm struggling to finish, for example, with food. I can't overcome some food. I need to eat that food in certain time of the day, sweet or whatever. And then I realize I'm weak. I need some power. And then I'm jealous or I'm angry. When some cut off me in a traffic, I'm angry, and only God knows what I said when I'm driving. Not myself, but I'm speaking in general. So we're fighting ourselves, and we are not able to fight ourselves. How can we fight someone who is much stronger and bigger than we are, and it's invisible? That's why we need to be prepared for that fight, and we need to have justice, piety, faith, love, patience, and meekness. Those very important characteristics of Christians. How can we get that? How can we fight this spiritual fight? Apostle Paul is making picture of two different sides. On one side, you know, in kids' playground they have those how you call it? Seesaw. Yeah. On one side is fight for money, gold, silver, and on the other side is Christianity and good characteristics. On which side are you? We need money to survive. That's all good. And there are many people who were very rich in the Bible. Very rich. Job, Abraham, many others. I don't know. Joseph was ruler of the whole Egypt, and rich people. To have money, it's not a sin. To have a house of $3 million is not a sin. But how we're spending that money, are we living for that or are we living for something else? And Apostle Paul can see a clear picture. Are you running for this? Is that in your heart? Or Christian values, justice, faith, love, peace? You know how many people today that does not have a peace? Whole city. I don't know for Australia, but I 100% know for Serbia. The best seller of all medication in Serbia is benzedine. That's a medication to make you calm, to put your blood pressure down, so to relax. Because people are living in a fear, people are living in stress. They don't have a peace. You can buy medication, but you can't buy peace. Peace is fruit of Holy Spirit. When you have power of Holy Spirit in your life, you will have peace which overcome this world. Whatever is in this world, this peace will just lift you up, and everything in this world will go below you, and even will not touch you, because you have this fruit of Holy Spirit. So let's read Ephesians 6:12. This is also very important Bible verse we need to understand regarding our spiritual fight. And it says, "For our struggle is not against the flesh and the blood, but against the ruler, against the authorities, against the power of the dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in heavenly realms." So we are fighting not against some bad angels or some demons. We are fighting authorities. There is a big difference. You who choose to be on Jesus' side, you have special target on your forehead, because those evil forces, they want to attack you more than everyone else, because you choose opposite side. Just imagine that you want to change, that you are the best football player and you are playing soccer for let's say from Manchester, and then you decide to change your soccer team and to go to Barcelona or some other team. Can you guess that your authorities of Manchester team will be very happy because you're changing team? No, they will say, please stay, and then you change side. They will hate you because you left them. Satan is fighting for you because he wants you on his side, so he can curse God and said, here is one more for me. That's why in this spiritual fight, we need to open our spiritual eyes every morning. How? to read the Bible and to climb that mountain every morning and to practice and to see every day more and more what is good and what is bad. More time we spend on this Satan side, surrounded by Hollywood movies about any kind of secular music, surrounded by social media, surrounded by our work. We are surrounded by his forces. And less we will see Christian values. That's why it's very important. I will tell you my example, what I'm doing. Soon as I open my eyes, I will open my telephone and I will read at least 3 chapters from the Bible. Before I do anything else, I will kneel next to my bed and ask, Jesus, Lord, please send me your Holy Spirit. I want to be filled today with your Holy Spirit. Make my temperament, which is very explosive in some part of the day, calm. Help me to be kind with people and everything I need, I ask. And I said always one very important thing, and that's pomozi mi da te proslavim. Help me to glorify you. Help me to glorify you. Look, if you're not ready to say it, don't say it, because that can lead you sometimes in very, very unpleasant situations. But if you're serious when you pray, then you say, help me to glorify your name today. That can mean some loss, some financial struggles, some disappointments, many other things. But I say that, help me to glorify your name today, no matter what. And then when I start driving, I'm visiting people in the morning. Then I will play Bible. Someone will read Bible, a great contrast, your steps to Christ in my car. Depends what I'm listening that day. Then when I came to some visit, I will pray with people. So at the end, I will finish day with my family reading Bible. So I want to be, not because I'm pastor, because I'm serious Christian. That's why. I want to be surrounded by Jesus whole day. I don't want to listen any secular music because Satan was heavenly conductor and he is specialist in music. Just imagine that you're watching some horror movie without music. 70% less fear. Is that correct? Yeah. So music, movies, social media, it's very important to put strong barriers against that. That doesn't mean that we will be excluded of everything. I have some social media, but limited. It's better that way. So for this battle, we need to prepare every day. That's also very important. We can't think, many Christians think, oh, I'll be ready when Jesus comes. Are you ready today? Not, but I will be ready when he comes. Are you 100% sure that works that way? No, you need to practice every day. For example, maybe I'm 40, Novak Djokovic is 37. Maybe I still have a chance. Maybe I can go on tennis court and beat him. Why not? I can try my best. What do you think? He's just 3 years younger than me. Why can't I do it? I'm playing tennis with Dražen. I'm practicing sometimes. I didn't play for 2 years now, but maybe I can do my best. It's not working that way. He can play for 5 hours, full on. 5 hours. Why? Because when he wakes up, he eats some vegetables, he drinks some smoothie, and then he practicing whole morning. Then for the lunch, some small amount of food, exactly what he need, not more, not less. And then maybe practice again afternoon. And then at night, he will watch some other players, their tactics, and he's surrounded by tennis whole day. Everything in his life is supporting his game, what he's playing, okay? So, how can I play with him? I had knee surgery. I had gallbladder surgery. I'm eating Nutella. I can't run for 20 minutes anymore, okay? So I'm not able. Maybe I can practice and I can be much, much better, but I'm not able now to do that. I will remind you, maybe I will tell you a story you don't know. I love my president, my union president, ex-union president in Serbia. I was working with him, Brata Trajkovski. He's Macedonian. And he will wake up in Belgrade every morning before 6 o'clock. and he will run 12 kilometers every morning. Doesn't matter if it's snow or ice or hot weather, he will run 12 kilometers every morning. And I want to be like my president. I will go with him. And then I bought good Asics shoes and some runners and everything so I can run with him. And then I wake up 6 in the morning and I love to run. I love to ride bicycle, so I was fit. I can run a lot. But I can run 12 kilometers like he, but then all of a sudden I realize we're running around Novak Djokovic's court. You know, there's a nice place in Belgrade. And while we were running, I realized he overtake me once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. He had good condition because I didn't practice before. And then more I was practicing, I was better and better. And finally I can reach him and run just behind him. But that takes time. You need to wake up in the morning. It's not easy. In your spiritual life is same. You need to practice every morning. Not just to say prayers like, Lord, help me, save me, bring me back safely, take care of this, take care. No. Make me glorify your name today. That is important. That's how you're going to make it. Our churches are usually place of, we say hospital. We say hospital. This is hospital and we are all sick and we are spiritually not able to fight. So no, this is not church. In ideal, church is placed where you can be encouraged and share your testimony, what God did for you last week. While you're struggling, while you're praying for something, what happened in your day. That's what church is supposed to be. Not just hospital, but health center to make you to be healthy. I will remind you before we go to a very interesting story of one Ellen G. White paragraph, which is written in early writings. She said, I had a dream. In that dream, Adventist people were climbing in some pathway on the mountain. And while time was passing by, many people will struggle because that path was too steep and narrow and dangerous. And then some of them will fall and stood up again and walk. Some of them fell down on the mountain, died, and they never come back. And some of them, with faith, they reach the top of the mountain. Those who have justice, piety, faith, love, patience, meekness, those kind of characteristics, those who are practicing every day, those who have a goal in their life, they're going to make it. Otherwise, there is no chance to make it. Just remember the Djokovic wake up in the morning and said, okay, today is another US Open. I need to be number 24 in the world, but I'll try. I don't know. Who knows? I can try. With that spirit, he will do nothing. So what he need to do? He need to put goal in his life. I want to do that. And everything in your life need to support that idea. In our Christian life, we need to put the goal. I am going to heaven. Jesus died for me. So there is everything, all opportunities I have are behind me and supporting me. I'm going to make it. And then surround your life with spiritual things. Do you know what is the highest mountain in the world? Mount Everest. How tall is Mount Everest? Good. 8,848.86 meters. So almost, let's say, 8,900 meters. Almost. If you choose to go to Mount Everest, do you know how much money you need? Without tickets to Nepal, just if you choose to go up. Can you guess how much money you need? It's too cold, doesn't matter. We are Macedonian, Serbian, we used to have minus 25. That's okay, we can survive. It's not that cold. This is not the biggest problem. How much money you need? Guess. Give me some guess. $5,000. Not even close. You need at least $30,000 to $160,000 to climb Mount Everest. That is very expensive. Why you need a lot of money? There are many things we need to know here. First of all, you need to have a license to climb over 7,000 meters. This is what you need at first. You need to have that license, otherwise you can't climb there. Then many insurance you need to pay, and I will tell you later what else you need. First, who reached the top of the mountain was Edmund Hillary from New Zealand, and that was in 1953. His name came to history because he was first who reached that mountain. And everyone is talking about, when we are talking who first reached that place, we are talking about Edmund Hillary. But there is also one, I can call it service, because there are local people who are supporting those enthusiasts to go up to the mountain. They are living already in, 2, 3, 4,000 meters above sea level. So they used to live there. They know how to use oxygen, how to climb. And that service is called Sherpas. So if you're going to, say? It's big risk. Yes, huge risk. You will realize through this sermon how big risk is. Why are you paying $30,000 to $160,000? Depends how many Sherpas you want, what equipment, what treatment. You need to sleep many times on that way to mountain, and it's very dangerous. Now, Sherpa is going with you. Sherpa is guy who living in, as I said, on high place, on the mountain already, and he will guide you how to climb. Okay? Now, road is very dangerous. Many people die there. You have camps. First camp, second camp, third camp, fourth. From fourth camp, there is nothing on the way to the top. Now, from that fourth, actually that's the fifth camp. From fifth camp to the top, there is nothing. They call it dead zone, the dead zone. In that zone, no one can come for you. If you die, you stay there, no one can help you. That's it. They're attached to some string, they are going up. If you choose to untouch yourself and to take a rest, there is 95% that you're going to die. If you stop, you're done. That's why you need Sherpas. Sherpa will tell you, no, go. Then some people, because of very high level, they have hallucination. They see their friends, they think they're in the room, so they're taking their jacket. No oxygen, yeah? No oxygen there. So that's why they have those hallucinations. They taking jackets off, and then Sherpa is here. Sherpa is here to help them come back to conscious, to wake them up and to encourage them. Because some people lay down, some people died, they are still there. When you are climbing on Mount Everest, you will see frozen bodies all the way to the top. And there is mark, special place, they call it green boots. And you can find it on Google, on YouTube. You can find green boots. This is place when someone with green boots is still frozen there. And lonely Jesus' second coming will wake them up. And it's very scary when you see someone slip on the cliff and going down. No one is coming for you because helicopter can't go up there because oxygen is very redak. Kako se kaže redak? Yeah. There is no pressure, so helicopter can't go there. No one is coming for you. Now, from 8 to 12 hours, from 5th camp all the way to the top of the mountain, you need 8 to 12 hours one way. Now, if you don't have oxygen, there is no chance that you can go there. Edmund Hillary had oxygen. That's how we make it. Now, you need Sherpas. Why you need Sherpas on that way? He will advise you how to use oxygen. If you try to reach that top of the mountain fast, you will breathe more And then you will spend your oxygen. You will stay without oxygen. If you're too slow, you don't have condition. You're not. Kako se kaže kondicija? Kada nisi u kondiciji. You're unfit. If you're unfit, you will breathe more, even if you go slowly, and you again will spend your oxygen earlier. So you need Sherpa to advise you. Now stop, relax, breathe, now go. And you need to listen your Sherpa. Now you need special gloves, because if you are without those special glasses, you will be blind. There is a Serbian girl, she was blind for 1 week because she didn't wear glasses. So you need to wear special glasses. You need to have gloves, helmet, oxygen, bag with your sleeping bed, with your tent. You're sleeping in some tent. You need to sleep fast and wake up fast. You need to learn how to sleep fast and wake up fast. And whole team is behind you. So that's why it's very dangerous and very, very high. I don't know, before I was reading and listening about Mount Everest, I was thinking, oh, maybe I can make it. It's not that big deal. I'm young, I'm strong, I like to climb. But after all of those informations, I'm not ready to even think about that. So those people who choose to attach themselves and not listen Sherpas, 310 of them are still in the mountain. There is young Australian couple, they were climbing, and girl said, I can't make it. And she stayed there. Somehow they put her down on 5th camp, but no one came for her because it's too high. Okay? So it's very easy to die on that mountain. Our spiritual fight, our spiritual life is so much like this story. You need to be attached to the string. There is no way back. If you untouch yourself from the string, if you don't listen your Sherpa, you can sleep in the snow. If you sleep one night in the snow, your heartbeat is slower and slower, and at the end you're gonna die. So it's very important to understand that we need to have this training every day. Maybe you're tired. I don't know, you're coming to church maybe 50, 60, 70 years, maybe 10, maybe 5, I don't know. But sometimes we think, oh, it's too much for waiting. But we need to practice. If we don't have our goal in front of us, we will stop practicing. To climb this spiritual mountain, we need to have total surrender. If we sing now, I can play, we can sing, I surrender all. It's so easy to sing that beautiful song. I surrender all to Jesus. Na, 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 I surrender all. And then we go home and we surrender nothing. Because it's too expensive. It's easier to say, it's easier to sing than to do that in practice. So climbing on that spiritual mountain of Everest, of salvation, we need to surrender all. We need to put all strength in one place to reach that goal. I'm thinking about Gaggić. I don't know why, but he's on my mind today. It is not in my sermon, but I'm just thinking about him. Can you imagine that he go to Cevapi one night and then take pancakes with some cream and ice cream and eating like, I can't do it anymore. I need to have some break and then I will continue tomorrow. Do you think that he's doing that? No way. Why? Because he has strong, firm targets on his life. I need to be winner. Otherwise, there is no chance. It's same with us. So total surrender, whole strength, and we need to pay. What God is asking to pay? Everything. We need to give everything. If you hold 5%, this is not how we're going to make it. Can you imagine that I'm on my wedding day and I said to my wife, I'm giving you 95% of my heart. I never gave 95, but for you, I'm giving 95. Do you think that she will be happy? She will, what 95? You're 100% mine or you're not mine. Is that correct? So in love, And in spiritual fight the same. We are giving 100% or nothing. God is asking for 100%. 100% of surrender, 100% of our strength, and 100% of everything we have. And our Sherpa is Apostle Paul. Are you agree with me? Do you agree with me that our Sherpa, our advisor on that road can be Apostle Paul? And he said, on one side you have gold and silver, which is hook for you. Satan is doing some fishing. Okay? And on the other hand, you have Christian values. Justice, faith, love, meekness, and others. We need to learn from our Sherpa how to live a good life. If you want to listen your Sherpa, then you need to read. He writes everything in Bible. I have Serbian quote for passage from Great Controversy. Originally, that's from 545. And it says that those, listen this is very important. If you forget everything, try to remember this. She said, Ellen G. White said in that book, those who have a little faith now, they are in the great trouble. So not those with a lot of faith, not those without faith, but those with a little bit of faith. I can say sometimes that that's me, okay? I don't know for you. Those are in the great trouble. Because when Satan put pressure in the last days, they don't have that habit. They will have a habit to trust in God. So they will be an easy target for Satan. So if you want to think about your salvation, think on that way. I need to give 100%. I need to do everything to achieve that goal. Because if you have a little faith, if we have little faith, we will be very easy target for Satan. We don't want to be easy target for Satan. Do you agree with me? We can't give up. There is no giving up. That was question. Why we have a church? When we were having this conversation on Bible lesson this morning. Why we have church? I will remind you, some pastor said we are struggling. People want to be they want to be on a Zoom. Why we need to come to the church? We need church. We need church because this is support. We need hug. We are social being. I need hug. I need someone to hug me and say, Pastor, it's going to be okay. Keep on. You need hug from pastor, from your friend, from your brother and sister in your church. We need to stand. We are created to worship. I can't imagine singing next to my laptop on my home or next to my TV. I love to sing in the church when we stand together and then we sing our songs loud for our Savior. That's why we need church as a support, as a place of worship, as a place of practice. Why we have Bible lessons? We are practicing. Then different opinion. My brother has a different opinion and he shares his opinion. I'm against that. Then I open my Bible and that's how we have training. And we are becoming stronger and stronger. If you want to reach top of that mountain, you need to practice every day. I need to tell you one thing. I was reading in my Bible last week about Joseph. I'll remind you that he was a slave. Slave need to do everything their master said. Is that correct? What can happen to a slave who disobey master? Can die any second without giving answer to anyone why he killed it. He's my slave, I can kill it if he disobey me. So that's easy. And his master's wife, I can guess she was, kako se kaže zgodna? Handsome, attractive, handsome, nice, because her husband was working for Pharaoh. So some soldiers, some high service, yes. So probably he chose some pretty wife. And that pretty wife fall in love with Joseph. And she called him in a bed multiple times. And he as a slave, he need to do that without question. He said, I can't do that sin. Against who? God. Against God. You know? So he as a slave made decision and made his goal. He knew who his God is, and he didn't make that mistake. Punishment was a couple of years in jail, and after that he saved whole Egypt, and you know the story. Beautiful story. As a slave, he needed to obey master, but he said no, because God is above that. You can do it if you're practicing. If you don't practice, I'm asking myself, how many Joseph there were in the Bible time we don't know anything about because they fall in a sin? There is just one we know about who stay firm and faithful to his God. At the end of this sermon, I'm going to read also what is mentioned already today. This is Psalm 91. This is my mom's favorite psalm, and it's very close to be my favorite also. And it says, so Psalm 91 from 1 to 7. 91. psalam od 1 do 7. Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of Almighty. Let's stop here for a second. Whoever dwells in the shelter of Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. What that means? Where is my shadow? Is my shadow 3 kilometers long? No. My shadow is here. So if you are close to God, you are sleeping in His shadow, which means that you are next to Him. Next question. Who can touch you if you're sleeping in God's shadow? No one can touch you. This is powerful. I like this. Next one. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. Surely He will save you from the foul's snare and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flees by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. So, if we are close to God, if we are living close to His name, we are on the right place. If we are fighting our battle every day, we are on the right place. That's God's promise. And if you didn't start practicing, practice today. If you as a church didn't make your goal today, make it today. I know many Macedonians in this city. They are not here today. They need to be here. Let's make a goal. We want to have all Macedonians here to worship our God. God is so powerful, He can do it. Depends how strongly we wish, how ready to surrender we are. That is what depends. So, don't think too long. Fight a good battle. If you didn't start your fight and you're practicing for that mountain, start it today. This is message I prepare and wish you God blessings during the rest.